It's Entertainment Schmig.
And it's brought to you by Plaza Motors, the luxury car center of the universe. After we signed off the air on Friday, came news that Star Trek legend Leonard Nimoy died at the age of 83. He stopped smoking 30 years ago, but he died from COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And 2 weeks ago, he went into the hospital. And just a couple days before his death, he tweeted, "A life is like a garden. Perfect moments can be had, but not preserved except in memory." Well, I'll let him finish the rest.
Live long and prosper.
There you go.
Wow, that was...
Live long and prosper.
I couldn't even imagine him saying that.
He not only came up with live long and prosper, but he came up with the Vulcan hand gesture during Star Trek. Yep, can do it. Oh, do you have to have your thumb out too?
Oh, you do?
Well,
I think it's
know.
easier with your thumb out.
Again, right hand cannot do it. Left hand, perfect. Here.
That's also nanu.
And mork to mork, nanu nanu. I think it's a different way, sideways.
I don't know.
Doesn't really matter. We're talking about Leonard Nimoy here.
Star Trek ran for just 3 years, but of course, 6 movies. Nimoy directed 2 of them. He also directed 3 Men and a Baby.
Did he really?
He did.
Stop it.
Yeah, and had a whole bunch of interesting jobs. And it put out an album where let's play
I knew that.
The album was, no.
The Ballad of Bilbo Baggins.
In the middle of the earth, in the land of Shire, lives a brave little hobbit whom we all admire. With his long wooden pipe, fuzzy woolly toes, he lives in a hobbit hole and everybody knows him. Bilbo Baggins.
All right, we got that.
I can't believe Peter, what's the director of all those movies,
Peter Jackson.
didn't use that in
Right.
one of the movies.
It's kind of a snub, don't you think?
Never quite hit the top 10.
His last role was a recurring role on Fringe as Dr. William Bell. But pretty interesting about the Vulcan greeting. He and his family were at a Jewish ceremony, and he wasn't supposed to look. He wasn't supposed to be kind of peeking, but he did, and here's what he witnessed.
I saw them with their hands stuck out from beneath their tallit like this towards the congregation. I thought, wow. One day we're making the Star Trek television series. We come to a very lovely script called Amok Time. It was the first time we're seeing other Vulcans, other people of my race. So I said to the director, I think we should have some special greeting that Vulcans do. So I suggested this. He said, okay. And that's how we did it as a greeting, a Vulcan greeting.
He said it took off immediately. Within days on the street, he was being greeted by the Vulcan greeting. And all because he wasn't supposed to be peeking during like a Yiddish ceremony. Kind of curious. I don't know. I can't believe I've never heard the story of how it came to be.
Well, he's Jewish. Shatner's Jewish as well, isn't he?
And both Canadian?
Both of them are from Canada. And as I saw this morning on the news that I think he's going to be on the $5 banknote, Nimoy's picture.
Really?
In Canada?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, William Shatner took some heat for not making it to Leonard Nimoy's funeral. He was in Florida attending a Red Cross charity event. He had signed on to host this event months ago, and he said he honored that commitment. They raised a lot of money, so he doesn't feel badly about that. But he did go onto Twitter and kind of answered questions from fans about Leonard over the weekend.
He was the most disliked, though, wasn't he? Shatner?
William Shatner,
I think so.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't get along with all the rest of the crew. They all get along well.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And the other thing about William Shatner is he's put on a ton of weight. Have you seen him in those the hotel commercials for whatever? Priceline?
Yeah.
He's been like that.
I know
for
a guy
while,
who knows
though.
a guy that knows he's walking through all these hotel lobbies, and he looks like, he's big.
And he raises horses. Those poor horses.
Well, maybe he doesn't ride them.
No, he does.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's shift gears, shall we?
What's your horse's name? Swaley.
Chicago, they had their polar plunge over the weekend. Last year, Jimmy Fallon showed up and joined Mayor Rahm Emanuel, and that was kind of like their celebrity boost. This year, their kind of celebrity guest of honor was Vince Vaughn, Chicago native, wearing a Blackhawks jersey, and he took the plunge in the sweater, jeans, and sneakers.
Ooh.
But also joining him, a bunch of the stars from Chicago Fire, including Lady Gaga's fiance, Taylor Kinney, and Lady Gaga showed up too and did the plunge. She was wearing a weave, and she went and did the plunge. Her weave froze. You can see these like ice crystals sticking to the weave because it's not normal hair. And no, but she was like a good sport. I like this Taylor Kinney. He's like making her more
real.
Yeah. More relatable, I guess. So yeah, I'm going to post pictures of them doing the polar plunge a little bit later on. Justin Bieber celebrating his 21st birthday yesterday, and he did it as every person who celebrates their 21st
Another
does.
famous Canadian.
He
Wish we could have saved Leonard Nimoy.
He rented a Caribbean island, because that's what you do. Yeah. And he tweeted, "Grateful to be alive. Love you, 21. I love everybody."
Oh, yeah.
And this shot burns. You just act a little bit. That's
hashtag this shot burns.
That's Entertainment Schmig. More at 8:40 and online at y98.com.
Your Ford dealer.